Are you tired of feeling stuck and unmotivated in reaching your goals? Do you find yourself constantly saying, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I just need some motivation"? It's time to break free from these limiting beliefs and discover the truth about motivation. In this game-changing video, we'll reveal how relying on motivation as the key to success is holding you back and show you the power of small, consistent actions in achieving your goals. You see, we've been taught to believe that big things come from big motivations. If we can just find that one thing that will light a fire under us, we'll be able to achieve anything we want. But the truth is, that's not how it works. Martin Brown, a leading expert in the field of motivation, argues that small, consistent actions are more effective in achieving goals. It's not about waiting for that one big motivation to push you into action. It's about taking small steps toward your goals every day. Imagine you're trying to lose weight. You might set a goal to lose 20 pounds, but that can feel overwhelming. So you tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, or next week, or next month, but tomorrow never comes. Instead of waiting for that one big motivation to kick in, what if you set a smaller goal to lose just 2 pounds in a week? And then you start taking small steps towards that goal. Drinking more water, eating more vegetables, and going for a walk after dinner. Before you know it, you've lost those 2 pounds and you're feeling good about yourself. And then you set a new goal to lose another 2 pounds and you keep going. Before you know it, you've lost 20 pounds and you've achieved your goal. This is just one example of how small, consistent actions can lead to big success. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to explore why traditional ideas about motivation are flawed and how you can achieve your goals without relying on it. So, if you're ready to take control of your own success and forget about waiting for motivation to strike, let's get started. The myth of big motivation. All right, we've talked about how traditional ideas about motivation are flawed and how small, consistent actions are more effective in achieving goals. But there's another problem when it comes to motivation. The lies that motivational speakers often tell their audiences. Martin Brown argues that the idea that you need a big motivation to achieve big things is a myth. He suggests that people should focus on taking small steps toward their goals instead of waiting for a big motivation to push them into action. And this makes perfect sense when you think about it. Consider a person who wants to write a book. They may have a big motivation to write the book, but if they don't set smaller goals for themselves and take consistent actions toward them, their motivation might not last long. But if they set a goal to write 500 words a day and stick to it, they're well on their way to completing their book. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that you need a lot of motivation to achieve big things. But the truth is, it's the small, consistent actions that really make a difference. And that's what we're going to talk about next. How you can start taking small steps towards your goals today. One thing that might help you is setting SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. By setting SMART goals, you are breaking down your big goal into smaller, manageable tasks, which you can track and measure. And by tracking your progress, you'll be able to see how far you've come and how much closer you are to achieving your goal. So don't be discouraged by the myth of big motivation. Instead, focus on taking small steps toward your goals every day, and you'll be surprised at how quickly you can achieve them. And don't forget, setting SMART goals and tracking them with metrics can help you on the way. The lies of motivational speakers. In the previous sections, we've talked about how traditional ideas about motivation are flawed, and how small, consistent actions are more effective in achieving goals. But there's another problem when it comes to motivation. The lies that motivational speakers often tell their audiences. According to an article in Forbes, there are 7 big lies that motivational speakers often tell. These include that motivation comes from outside of yourself, that success is easy, that you can have anything you want, that you are not enough, that you can have it all, that success is a destination, that you must be perfect. These lies can be harmful because they set unrealistic expectations and can make people feel like they're not good enough. For example, when a motivational speaker tells you that success is easy, you might start to feel like a failure if you're not achieving success quickly or easily. And when a motivational speaker tells you that you can have anything you want, you might start to feel like you're not good enough if you can't have everything you want. The truth is, success is not easy. And you can't have everything you want. But that doesn't mean you can't achieve your goals. The key is to set realistic goals and to be honest with yourself about what you can and can't achieve. And that's where the idea of self-motivation comes in. Self-motivation is when you take responsibility for your own success. It means setting realistic goals, working hard to achieve them, and being honest with yourself about what you can and can't achieve. It means focusing on what you can control, rather than waiting for motivation to strike. It means taking small, consistent actions toward your goals and tracking your progress with metrics. So don't be fooled by motivational speakers who tell you that success is easy or that you can have anything you want. Instead, focus on self-motivation, hard work, and setting realistic goals. And remember, you are enough and you don't have to be perfect to achieve success. Discipline over motivation. In the previous sections, we've talked about how traditional ideas about motivation are flawed and how small, consistent actions are more effective in achieving goals. We've also discussed the lies that motivational speakers often tell and how self-motivation, hard work, and setting realistic goals are the key to achieving success. But there's one more important element to achieving success that we haven't talked about yet. Discipline. Discipline is the ability to control one's own behavior in order to achieve a goal. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. And it's an important element of achieving success because it helps you overcome the natural tendency to procrastinate and make excuses. Discipline is different from motivation. Motivation is an emotional state that can come and go. It's that feeling of excitement or energy that makes you want to take action. But motivation doesn't last forever, and it's not always reliable. Discipline, on the other hand, is a habit. It's something you practice and it becomes a part of who you are. Think of it this way. Motivation is the spark that starts the fire, but discipline is the fuel that keeps the fire burning. And when it comes to achieving success, discipline is more important than motivation. One way to cultivate discipline is by setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals and creating a routine to follow. By creating a routine, you're creating a habit, and that habit becomes a part of who you are. And by following that routine, you're practicing discipline. Another way to cultivate discipline is by creating an accountability system. This could be as simple as having a friend who you check in with, or it could be a more formal system like a coach or a mentor. Having someone to hold you accountable will help you stay on track and overcome the natural tendency to procrastinate and make excuses. So don't wait for motivation to strike. Don't be fooled by motivational speakers, and don't be discouraged by the myth of big motivation. Instead, focus on discipline, smart goals, and tracking them with metrics. Remember, discipline is the key to achieving success. The importance of self-reflection. In the previous sections, we've discussed the importance of discipline and how it helps us overcome the natural tendency to procrastinate and make excuses, and how it's a key element of achieving success. But discipline is not the only important element. Self-reflection is also crucial. Self-reflection is the process of examining one's own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It's about taking a step back and looking at yourself objectively, and it's an important element of achieving success because it helps you identify areas for improvement, set realistic goals, and track progress toward achieving them. It is not only limited to goal setting and progress tracking, it also plays an important role in personal development and self-improvement. It's a powerful tool that allows you to understand your own values, beliefs, and biases, and how they influence your actions and decisions. It also helps you identify your strengths and weaknesses and identify areas for improvement. It's a key element in personal growth and self-awareness, and can help you overcome limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns that may be holding you back. Self-reflection allows you to understand your own thought process, emotions, and behavior, and how they impact the goal-setting process. For example, if you find that you consistently set goals that are too ambitious, self-reflection can help you understand why you do that and how to set more realistic goals. Similarly, if you find that you're struggling to stay motivated, self-reflection can help you understand why that is and how to overcome it. Self-reflection can also help you identify and change negative thought patterns that may be hindering your progress. For example, if you find that you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, self-reflection can help you understand where that thought pattern comes from and how to change it. One way to incorporate self-reflection into your goal setting and progress tracking routine is by setting aside time each week or each day to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. During this time, you can ask yourself questions like, what worked well this week or day? You can do it daily. What didn't work well this week? What did I learn from my successes and failures? And how can I improve next week? And list down 3 things you appreciate about your life right now. It could be a home, supporting parents, or a good paid job. By regularly engaging in self-reflection, you'll be able to identify areas for improvement, set realistic goals, and track progress toward achieving them. And you'll be able to make necessary changes to your thought patterns, emotions, and behaviors that may be hindering your progress. So don't underestimate the power of self-reflection. Incorporate it into your goal setting and progress tracking routine, and you'll be well on your way to achieving success. In conclusion, we've talked about how traditional ideas about motivation are flawed, and how small, consistent actions are more effective in achieving goals. We've also discussed the lies that motivational speakers often tell, and how self-motivation, hard work, and setting realistic goals are the key to achieving success. We've explored the importance of discipline over motivation, and the importance of self-reflection in identifying areas for improvement, setting realistic goals, and tracking progress toward achieving them. We've discussed how setting smart goals and tracking them with metrics and incorporating regular self-reflection into your goal setting and progress tracking routine can help you achieve success. We've highlighted how discipline is the key to achieving success and how focusing on small, consistent actions can lead to big success. In this video, we've debunked the myths and lies that often surround motivation, and we've shown you how to take control of your own success. It's important to remember that motivation is not the key to success, but discipline, smart goal setting, and tracking are. As a final call to action, I encourage you to start taking control of your own success today by setting smart goals, tracking them with metrics, focusing on discipline over motivation, and incorporating regular self-reflection into your goal setting and progress tracking routine. By doing so, you'll be able to achieve success on your own terms and avoid falling for the lies and unrealistic expectations set by motivational speakers. You'll be able to set realistic goals, work hard to achieve them, and be honest with yourself about what you can and can't achieve. Remember, discipline, hard work, and setting realistic goals are the key to achieving success. Thank you for watching. Remember that you only need to do one thing at a time. No rush. Good luck on your journey.